Hi guys, hope everyone is staying safe. Welcome to the Waveshow. I'm your host, Olivia Arns. Earlier this week, I had the chance to catch up with a 5'9" sophomore, the first ever international beach volleyball athlete to hit the sand for the Waves, and someone who is trilingual. Let's go down to Santiago, Chile, and find out who it is. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Melanie Paul.
Hi.
Hey Melanie, how's it going? How are things in your family? Are you guys staying safe during this crazy time? Walk us through what's going on in Chile, if that's where you're quarantined right now.
Yeah, I'm in Chile, and luckily my family and I are doing well. We're staying at home and being smart about not hanging out with a lot of people. And yeah, we were in a lockdown a couple of weeks ago, but now everything is good. There's a lot of social distancing and quarantine.
I'm happy that you're staying safe and that you're staying indoors and maintaining that social distancing. But moving forward, your season was one of those that got cut in half. Talk about that. What was that like while you were at Pepperdine with your teammates and coaches when you found out that there was going to be no more season left for the 2020 year? How did you guys feel as a team?
I feel like everybody was pretty much devastated. Like, personally, I couldn't believe it. Like, we were finally figuring things out, and we never really got to prove how to change things and start winning, because we had a rough start, but we were getting there. So it was definitely hard to not being able to show everybody that we could.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to get back into the swing of things after all of this is over. But moving forward, as a team this year, you guys had, a new roster that not many of us were used to seeing. Talk about that team, how much you miss them, how much you guys are now hungry to get back into volleyball once you guys return to Malibu.
Yeah, it's so weird and hard not seeing everybody every day. Going from spending every single day, at least 4 hours together, to not seeing them at all. But I feel like we're definitely taking this time to reconnect and coming back stronger. And once we get to see each other again, it's just gonna be we know what we want to achieve, and just going all out at it and trying to win that national championship next year.
As student athletes, you guys are used to extremely busy schedules, going to class, having morning workouts, going back to class, workouts after that. What have you been doing at home to maintain that type of regimen that you guys are always so used to having?
It's weird. Suddenly I feel like I have so much time. I still work out and try to do stuff. I started playing volleyball with my parents and just trying to stay active, but it's definitely a change going from practicing 3 hours to just being in the backyard trying to get some touches.
Now, you did mention your parents and your family. One thing that I found out recently from one of your teammates is that you have an athletic family. That being said, they were all tennis players. You were a tennis player before, quitting and then going to the beach. Can you talk about your athletic family?
Yeah, they all played tennis, and it was definitely hard to stop. But yeah, my mom went to college in the US actually and played tennis at Wake Forest. And yeah, my brother and my sister are both playing tennis in Germany too. Well, they're studying, so it's kind of just not for fun, but my brother is playing in first division, I think, there. And yeah, so we basically grew up just every weekend going to play tennis at the club, or doing something active at least. So this is definitely a hard time for us.
Now, you were born in Germany before moving to Chile. Talk about the sport in your native country. What is beach volleyball exactly like where you're from, and how does it transition over to the United States where it becomes a sport that's blossoming each and every year?
I was actually born in Argentina, but that doesn't matter. It here it's definitely a growing sport as well, but it's definitely not as big as in the US. It is actually relatively a small sport here, but since we got a pair, we had a beach pair that went to the Olympics last time. So it's definitely getting there, but since we are not that many people that play volleyball, or well, even less that play beach, it's definitely not as competitive as there.
Now, when it comes to your college decision making, I'm sure you had options at some point. How exactly were you recruited by Marcio Ciccoli to come to Pepperdine, and what made you so excited to commit?
Well, I started looking at different colleges and their beach teams, but Pepperdine definitely stood out because of I was really interested in the sports medicine major, and I knew Alexis Filipponi that was on the team already, and my mom knew knew Pepperdine as well. So it definitely was I really wanted to go there. But then also Marcio answered to my email that I sent to a bunch of coaches with my curriculum and a video of me playing. And he also knew my coach from back home, so from here. And that definitely helped. So it kind of just worked out in the end.
Awesome. You seem to be one of the more cultured student athletes we have on campus, having spoke 5 languages. Is that something that's true?
It's 3. My teammates we're exaggerating probably. I can speak German, Spanish, and English fluently. I could probably understand part of Portuguese because my coach from here speaks Portuguese and is from Brazil. But I can't really speak it, so no, I would just say 3.
3, awesome. What is the day in the life like right now for you? What have you been doing as you wake up and go throughout your day? And a lot of us have these major restrictions where we can't do much. So can you give us a little insight on that and what a day in the life right now is for Melanie?
Yeah, I basically wake up, walk my dog, do yoga with my mom, and then work out, and then in the afternoon I usually just figure something out to do. I like going hiking, and there are a lot of options here in Santiago to go hiking, which has been great, honestly. But I also like to read or do a puzzle or bake something. I just try to do different things every day.
You mentioned it is winter in Chile. I've never been there. To be honest, I don't even know what other countries surround Chile. But can you talk about what the country's like, how proud you are to say that you're from there, and how happy you are to be there right now?
I love Chile because of its geography and the landscape. As I said before, where I live, it's a valley. So you can literally just drive 20 minutes and you're in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by mountains, by the Andes. And I don't know, it's just so diverse that I really like it. In the south, it's rainy and very green. I guess it's kind of the US, where every state is just so different. And that's kind of how it is here, just in a smaller space. And I don't know, I like the people here because they're just open and more Latin. So I don't know, I kind of just like it because I probably grew up here, so it makes sense. But I really enjoy being at home right now.
Well, everyone, hope you enjoyed the first episode of The Waveshow. Make sure to tune in next time for another in-depth look at Pepperdine athletics here on The Waveshow.